Skeletal Age Indicator is Chronological Age Predictor. Comparison between two methods tested in Bogotanian children. Chronological age, one characteristic inherent to every living or dead child, cannot be inferred from somatic maturation indicators as height, embouchure, and weight. Thus, alternate criteria is skeletal age, assessed through the recognition of specific indicators of skeletal maturation on hand-wrist films, has been used for this purpose. Although sample heterogeneity and variety of stages for interpretation of methods put questions about their reliability as chronological age predictors. Unfortunately, in Colombia, South America, has been a political unrest for more than 50 years, which has conducted to slaughter and massacres of people. Chronological age assessment of youngsters for necropsy identification and forensic purposes is a difficult task when their parents are missing and or have also deceased during such actions. Certainly, qualified orthodontists and periodontists might contribute to the calculation of chronological age through the assessment of skeletal and dental ages. Therefore, the aim of the present study was, first, to establish whether it existed a significant difference by sex between the skeletal age assessed by each of the two methods more used for defining treatment timing in orthodontics, that is, the Fishman skeletal maturity assessment and the Hack and Tarangers. And second, which of these two methods made a better calculation of chronological age in Bogotanian children, boys and girls, separately. For this purpose, skeletal age was assessed in 2,751 hand-wrist films of 9 to 16-year-old Bogotanian children with the Fishman skeletal maturity assessment and a randomly selected subsample of 364 films with the Hack and Tarangers. Match pair sign rank tests were used for analysis statistic of data. Additionally, a correlation analysis between the established regression models was tested by the coefficient of determination R² to define the intensity of the linear regression of predicted scores. As results, the null hypothesis that there would be no difference between the means of chronological and skeletal ages of girls and boys as they came from the same population was rejected, since z-values were found equal to greater than 2.58, much larger than the critical value of 1% limit for the two methods tested. Furthermore, difference from 0, p less than 1 per thousand, between means of skeletal and chronological ages as regards sex were found 0.55 for the Hack-Tarangers method and for the Fishman's 0.38. Remarkably, as both methods were intended to be used as predictors of chronological age, comparison brought about high coefficients of determination for the Hack-Tarangers 0.73 and 0.68 for the SMA. To conclude, both methods were validated as indicators of a skeletal age and saw their predictive value of chronological age. The Hack-Tarangers method showed greater accuracy than the Fishman's SMA, possibly due to more detailed indicators during the peak height velocity spurt. Skeletal maturation in Bogotanians started later, but PHV spurt ended earlier than in Americans and Danishes. Sexual dimorphism in skeletal maturation was confirmed by both methods and occurred earlier in girls than in boys. Lastly, and not least, skeletal indicators can only be observed in hand-wrist films belonging to 10 to 17-year-old boys and girls. Thanks.